Welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. Today we are starting my December declutter series. We do this every single year. My collection is by far the smallest that it's ever been while doing one of these, but I still, as you can see, have overflowing drawers of product. So we're gonna start off with this first drawer today. I'm gonna go drawer by drawer. I used to have one category per drawer. Sometimes I would have 3 drawers for a certain category, but I've consolidated down to have primers, concealers, and foundations all in this one drawer. So although it's really full, this is 3 drawers worth of product for me previously, or 3 categories worth 3 drawers. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and take out all of these products. We're gonna lay them out on a blanket and we will start organizing and decluttering. So here we have all of my primers, foundations, and concealers. I think we will go sort of category by category. So we'll start off with primers. I'm gonna remove everything else so we can have a nice clear view. Then we'll do foundations and then concealers. So we're gonna start by taking out all of these foundations. And then I'm also going to remove the concealers here. So I believe this is all primer. So let me just kind of, oh, this is a primer. I actually think I have one more in my bathroom, so let me go grab my makeup bag so that I can just make sure that I have like literally every single product that I own in these videos. So I had a couple of products in my makeup bag. This is sort of like my little on-the-go everyday makeup bag that I just keep in the bathroom that I just reach for when I'm trying to do something quick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put those products in the categories that they belong, and then we have this primer. So we need to really get rid of some stuff here, so I'm gonna do my best. Let's get to it. Starting off with primer. I do have a few new primers over here. I have some of my favorite primers and then also some older ones over here. So we're gonna start off by getting rid of some of the older ones. And the first one is actually this Urban Decay All-Nighter primer. I love this primer, but it is kind of starting to smell a little bit more chemically than I feel like it should. So even though I love this and I have been using it even recently, I think that it's time that I declutter this, say goodbye. I've had this for probably way longer than it recommends. It recommends 6 months after opening. I've probably had this for like 2 years, if not even longer, if I'm being completely honest. So we're gonna get rid of the all-nighter. I also have this Jaclyn Cosmetics oil, this primer face oil. This is the Skin Perfecting Oil Primer. This is not something that I use a whole lot. It's also really old. I would have gotten this when it first came out, which was definitely when we lived in our apartment, which has been, we're coming up on 2 years from moving out of that apartment. So I've had this for at least longer than 2 years. So we are going to declutter that one as well. Another primer that I have been absolutely loving recently is this one from e.l.f. This is the Power Grip Primer with niacinamide. This one is amazing. I highly recommend this. I think it's the same thing as their regular Power Grip Primer, but it just has that extra like skincare benefit. So this one I'm actually for sure gonna keep. So let me just kind of rearrange these things a little bit. So this is going to be our little keep section. That one is for sure staying. Next we have this Impossible primer. This is from Wet n Wild. I love this primer. It's definitely, it's like basically completely empty at this point, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and declutter it. I probably could squeeze a tiny bit more out of there, but this is sort of like almost like a solid. I think it might be because it's so cold in our house, but other people have told me that theirs is not that same texture. So mine has been like that since I first got it, so it's not like it's changed, but we do keep our house really cold, so it's usually about 68 degrees in here, so I don't know if that has to do with it, but this is an amazing primer. It's very affordable, but we are going to declutter it. I'm definitely keeping my Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. I love this. It's great for pores. It also doesn't have that super slippery silicone feel to it, which most pore minimizing primers do, so I will definitely be keeping that one. I have two Ofra primers. We have this one, which is the Cool as a Cucumber primer. We have the regular primer. It says no buts, prime first. This is just a silicone primer. So of the two, I'll probably reach for the Cool as a Cucumber one more. Because again, I'm not like a huge fan of that silicone, like super silicone based formula. So I think I'm going to pass this one along. It's still brand new in the packaging, so this can go to someone else. So we will declutter that one. Then we have a couple of new ones that I just recently got in my PR haul like 2 days ago. We have a couple from Hard Candy and then one from Bare Minerals. So I have a lot of glowy primers and I'm gonna keep a lot of them. So I have the glow primer from Hard Candy, and although I am tempted to keep this, I am thinking that I shouldn't. I'm thinking that I probably don't need another glowy primer because we have literally like all 5 of those. So although I want to keep this and try it out, I think I'd rather pass it along to someone else who could get some better use out of it. So I'm going to declutter that one. I am going to keep the redness one. I'm excited to try this anti-redness primer from Hard Candy. I don't have anything that's anti-redness. So this one I will be keeping. And then we have the Bare Minerals Primetime Hydrate and Glow Primer. Yet another glowy primer. I haven't really tried a whole lot of Bare Minerals though, so I kind of do want to keep this one to try. I actually think that I will keep this one to try out. Well, we'll see if they all end up fitting properly. So if they do fit, then I will keep it. If not, we will figure something else out. So let's kind of rearrange this just a little bit. I also have this Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer Liquid. I'm also going to keep this. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this, but I actually really like it. It's kind of random, but I think it's really nice, and it was very inexpensive, and I like that it's nice and thin on your skin, but it just gives you some nice hydration. So that one's gonna stay. My glowy primers are honestly not going anywhere. We have the 4-in-1 Perfector from Maybelline. That's gonna stay. This is like my second or third one. We have this one from Pixi, the Flawless Beauty Primer. That one's amazing. We have the Vlvd Skin Dew. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. And we have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm keeping all 5 of those. And then we have this Physicians Formula Butter Blvd. I loved this. It has a scent to it, so if you're sensitive to fragrance, keep that in mind. It kind of smells like buttered popcorn in a way. Kind of like Coco Cabana from Sol de Janeiro, honestly. This is so hydrating and nice, which is why I want to keep it. But do I have the space? Oh, I do have the space if I put that right there. But then I'd have to get rid of one more primer. So either my Ofra, the Bare Minerals, or the Hard Candy. I think I'm going to get rid of the Ofra because it does have a pretty strong cucumber scent, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I just am not a fan of cucumber in general. So if you do like cucumber, maybe you would love this, but I'm just not the biggest cucumber fan. So I'm gonna declutter the Ofra one as well. Okay, so we got rid of 2, 4, 6 primers so far. So we've gotten rid of about a third of my primers, which I feel like I could maybe get rid of more, but we will see. I'll probably come back to those. Now we'll go ahead and work on concealer. So I'm just gonna kind of lay these all out so we can see what we have here. I have my concealers pretty consolidated. Some of my favorites are the Pretty Fresh from ColourPop, so that one of course will stay. This one from NARS, the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one, ooh, it smells like paint. It literally smells like spray paint, so this is probably expired, unfortunately. I love this concealer. I want to keep it, but I know I've had this for a really long time, so we're actually going to declutter that one, unfortunately. Then we have this Rare Beauty. This is actually like a brightener type thing that I'm going to keep. I'm a big fan of the Ofra Perfect Cover Concealer. I have two shades, a brightening shade and then more of like a skin tone shade. I have light sand and natural, so I would like to keep both of those. Then we have this Maybelline Super Stay Concealer, which I think is a little bit too deep for me right now. I actually have really enjoyed this. This is the Activewear, Super Stay Activewear Concealer, but I just don't think I have the right shade. So when I was tanner, like over the summer, this worked for me, but now I don't see myself getting super tan anytime soon, so we'll go ahead and declutter that one. I definitely want to keep my NARS Potted Concealer. This is really nice. This is in the shade Vanilla. I have a couple of color correctors. I have the Fair color corrector from Charlotte Tilbury. This one I am going to keep as well. And then we have this one from Pixi. I just got this. This is the CC Crayon. It's the Correction Concentrate pen in the shade by Under Eye, I think. So I think for now I'm going to keep this so I can at least try it out, because I haven't tried a new color corrector in a really long time. And then finally we have this NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum, which I don't really have... I don't know. I feel like I should keep this one because I enjoy it and it's done well for me. It works for me. So we only got rid of 2 concealers, but I do already have my concealers pretty pared down. I have 2 color correctors and then 5 concealers, 2 of which are the same concealer, just different shades. And then I have this one little brightener. So I feel pretty good about my concealers. And then we have foundations, which we have a lot of foundations, and I definitely don't need this many foundations, so we will for sure be getting rid of quite a few of these. So here are all of the foundations. Right away, I have a few that I have had for a while, but I haven't used, so we'll have to look at those. And then I also have a few that I know for sure that I want to keep. So we have this one from Urban Decay. This is the Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I have this in the shade Light 30. I love this product. This has been my go-to for the last several months. It's super easy. I just apply it with my flat top makeup brush that I have in my Bling Brushes Extended collection. Speaking of Bling Brushes, they launched their purple set today, so I'll have it linked down below. If you guys didn't know, they have a literal purple Bling Brushes collection now, and it is absolutely beautiful. You can use code Paige for 20% off of Bling Brushes now. Instead of 10%, they increased it to 20%, which is so awesome. So make sure you guys go check out Bling Brushes. I will have them linked down below. But I am going to for sure keep that one because it is so good. I'm also going to keep my Ofra Absolute Cover Foundation. This is like my favorite full coverage foundation. It's so nice. I have a couple of these Revlon ones. I have the Illuminance, as well as the Combo Oily Skin one. This one I can just tell is going to be way too like pink toned for me, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. This one, I just don't know if I need this. I'm not sure on this one. This one's a maybe. I have this Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, Oil-Free Tinted Moisturizer. Let's see how this color would work for me. I don't think I've ever used this actually, so the color looks nice. It's pretty yellow. This is the shade 2W1 Natural. So that's a maybe. Let me just do a couple swatches, I guess, and see kind of how things are looking. So I think I'm just gonna have to make some executive decisions here. So we already decided we were keeping these 2. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the Revlon one just because I just don't need another foundation that's still brand new. Like, I have enough right now as it is. We're gonna keep the NARS and the Ofra. I'm gonna keep the Makeup by Mario, and then I definitely want to keep this Charlotte Tilbury. I have 2 shades of the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation, but the darker one does not match me right now, so I might keep 17.5N, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter 20N. Then we have Giorgio Armani, which we may keep, and then this Laura Mercier one. I want to keep it, but I just don't think that I need this. So I think I will declutter the Laura Mercier one. So we got rid of how many foundations? 1, 2, 3, 4 foundations. Obviously everything fits in here, but I feel like we could do better. I feel like we could be more cutthroat, more serious about this. So let's revisit the primers. Is there anything that I feel as though I could get rid of? Let me take a look. So here's what that Wet n Wild serum looks like. It's definitely slightly thicker than water. It's supposed to do 5 in 1. It says it smooths, conditions, refines pores, balances, and prolongs makeup. This makes my skin feel so good and hydrated. Ugh, I'm like trying to find something that I can get rid of. I think we'll get rid of this NARS foundation because it's really old, if I'm being honest. I feel like I'm just like in denial about how old this is because I know it was expensive and I really loved this formula, but I don't even know when I bought this. Like probably so long ago. So we will declutter that one. And then we have, what else? I don't think this Makeup by Mario one is an ideal shade for me. I actually decluttered this and then I did a full face of makeup that I forgot about or something like that, or full face of makeup that, or I don't know what happened, but I decided to keep this after decluttering it, but I think I'm gonna declutter this one actually because I don't need it. I don't reach for it. So now we have 5 foundations, which I feel like is actually like we're getting to reasonable territory here. So I will keep those 5. I feel pretty good about all 5 of those. For the concealer, I have the ColourPop, the NYX, the Ofra, the NARS. Yeah, I feel pretty good about the concealers. And then for primers, I feel pretty good about these as well. So we ended up decluttering 2, 4, 6, 7 foundations. No wait, 2, 4, 5, 6 foundations, and we're left with 5. So we got rid of over half of our foundations, a third of our primers, and then only 2 concealers. But like I said, I only have like 5 or 6 concealers as it is anyway. So I feel pretty good about this. Let me show you my declutter pile. So here's everything that I am decluttering. Some of this is old, some of it's new, so it's kind of, I'm just gonna have to go through it and figure out what needs to be tossed and what can be passed along. But like I said, I feel pretty good about that. I obviously don't have a minimal collection, you know, I'm not like a makeup minimalist, but I feel like for now this is pretty good, and I want to do that series again where I work through my entire makeup collection until I've used every single product. I want to bring that back, but now I have a much more manageable collection, so I could actually do this, you know, without making a 60-part series. So I feel really good about this. I can see everything is nice and organized, and I just feel good about it. I think it looks nice, and I'm excited to go through the rest of my makeup collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Tomorrow we're doing, not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. I might break up the declutters a little bit and post like other videos in between. We will see. But the next declutter video will be powders and setting sprays. That's the next drawer. So we're definitely going to have to get rid of quite a few of those because I have completely run out of space already. So thank you guys so much for watching Vlogmas Day 8. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!